Hey guys, it's Misa, and I just wanted to show you how to work with this Fur Family Ornament in the Glowforge User Interface from start to finish. So first thing I'm going to do is come up to this little plus sign and pull up my file, upload. It's going to drop down. I'm just going to pick my SVG right here, open. And it's just going to take a second to process and pull it up. Right now I have some 1/8 inch Baltic birch loaded up into my Glowforge, which is super lightweight, but you could also do a 1/4 inch as well. Okay, here's the file. So there's a couple different components of this file. We're going to be doing some engraving, some scoring, and some cutting. So I'm not going to do all of these, but just to show you, so I'm just going to select and delete, select, delete, drag over, select, delete. I'm just going to show you these 3 parts today. Now you're not going to want to resize them because then your little strings will turn into crispy bits any smaller anyway. So you can make them bigger, but try not to go any smaller. I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over here and select what wood I'm using. And for my 1/8 inch birch, I use the medium basswood settings, but you're going to want to make sure you do either a test cut or use the setting that works best for your wood. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure that the outer portions are set to cut. You can see I hover over here to the left and those light up in the green, and so I know that that's what the corresponding shape is over here, and so that's set to cut. And then I want these little insides of the paw prints, I want those to score. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that here. I'm going to go up here and select score. And draft is a pretty light score, so if you're going to paint them, you're probably going to have some paint flooding into that score line. So I'm going to pick high quality. Okay, click out of that. There we go. So this is already defaulting to engrave, but you can always just check it here for engrave. And my favorite for engrave is this SD graphic. Click out. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, and you can personalize these in Illustrator, but I think the easiest thing to do is just do it in the Glowforge user interface. So I've just clicked the little text box here to insert text, and so I'm going to do my 2 cats. So we've got Ursus, and then I hit enter, and then I'm going to hit another little text box here, and Sweetie, enter. So those have overlapped. I'm going to pull them out here, and of course those are too big, so we're just going to resize real quick. I like to resize at the same time to just make sure they're similar. Oops. And just going to drag over, resize them. I'm going to grab Sweetie. That's a bigger name, and so the text is going to have to be a little smaller. If you have trouble centering them, my favorite thing to do is once it's selected is to use your arrows on your keypad to move it around so you can get it in the most centered position. Okay, now I'm going to select Ursus, drag it over, resize them down a little bit, use my keypad to move them over. Okay, so that will be set here to engrave. You can see that's popped over here to the left. Those are set to engrave. All right, so you can see you'd be ready to go here if this is all you were doing. You're going to take, this is the back piece, once it's cut, and you're just going to glue these 2 things together. So our fur family goes to the back, and the little dangly paw print ornament balls will go in the front, and that's how it will look. All right, the next thing I want to show you is you can customize the back plate. So really similar, I'm just going to use the type tool and do cool cats and kittens, enter, move that over here, do another text, Christmas 2020, enter. Oops. Make sure we're selecting. Once things get layered on top, sometimes it's easy to select the wrong thing. Okay, do my best to keep that centered. All right, and I'm gonna select the whole thing so I can move the whole thing at once just to make sure my spacing is okay. Sorry, this is a little over to the, I think it's gonna be all right, but let's just. So when you put them together, you know that your paw prints won't be hiding your engrave on the back plate. All right, now if my Glowforge was actually on, I would be ready to go here, and I would just up here, it would say print, and I would hit that and wait for the big glowing button, and then I would have this fun ornament. Thanks so much.